are some resources that we have available within student learning resources. Obviously, we have tutoring, right? That's our thing. But we also have computer access. If you notice, there's a lot of computers out in here. So if one day you just want to bring your laptop and just kind of hang out at the LRC and grab a coffee and just do your homework, all about it. But there's computers that you can use here if you don't have a personal computer, or if you just want to use a desktop. We have Blackboard support. So Mayo sits this station right here is where Blackboard support is located. And so if you're having a hard time logging into your Blackboard, you know sometimes there's funky things with your Blackboard and it's hard to access it or it's complicated. So if you're having that sort of issue, we have people here, a specialist here that can help you get through Blackboard support. We have library resources. So any sort of research that you're doing, we can help with that. Obviously, we have a lot of books. We actually just got a YA collection that's going to become available to the public October 3rd. Right now, it's only reserved for OCA and OC Tech students or high school students on campus. But we just got a new collection that's like, it has like really cool stuff in there. So if you love to read or if you want to pick up reading, we have a lot of options for you, including ebooks. So we'll get into that in just a minute. We offer online support as well, research materials, academic workshops, and more. So we're just going to dive into it in this presentation. So we mentioned tutoring, and we have that available in 3 different places. So the LRC, right now you're in the LRC, and so tutoring happens here. So if you schedule a tutoring appointment and the location says Learning Resource Center, this is where it's going to be at. So all of our tutors, I have them wear their name tags, and so if you schedule an appointment with Christopher over there, he'll be wearing his name tag, and you can find him and get your tutoring session on. So the type of courses that we have tutoring available for include like biology, English, GED testing, government, history, humanities, math, TSI, TATs. Girlfriend, you're going to take your TEAS test at some point to get into the nursing program. We have tutors that can help you go through the material to make sure you're prepared as possible for that exam. So it's important to know these things ahead of time because sometimes you end up studying last minute, or if you're like me, you just kind of cram it. And it's like, oh, towards the end. But being prepared is the best way that you can set yourself up for success. So it's good to know what sort of support is out there. We are open 7 days a week, so this building remains open 7 days a week. Sundays we're open from 6 to midnight, so again, if something's due at midnight on Sunday, which a lot of online courses do, and you need to get your studying on, or if you need to submit something, you can come over here and we're available. We're also open Mondays and Tuesdays from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., Wednesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 10, Fridays 8 to 5, and Saturdays 10 to 1. So there will always be somebody here in this building all 7 days of the week. So whatever sort of homework you need to get done, if you need a quiet space to do that, I encourage y'all to come visit us at the LRC. So aside from this space, we also have a STEM center located in the Wood Building. Has anybody ever seen or gone to the STEM center in the Wood Building? Right, so if you don't have classes in the Wood Building, you probably didn't even realize that existed. So our STEM center is located on the 2nd floor of the Wood Building. And so if you need support in like any of your math or science courses, that's a great place to go get tutoring. We're available from 9 to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So the hours are a lot different than our LRC hours, but we are open the week Monday through Thursday, 9 to 4 p.m. And so again, provide support in all of your science and math courses that you need. That's the place to be. And then we also have a writing center. So the Writing Center is located in Wilkerson Hall, on the very first floor of Wilkerson Hall, 106. The type of support available there is your English, history, government, communications, essays, research, citations, etc. Most of your courses are going to require you to do some writing, if not some extensive writing. So if you're writing a paper, if you're writing even like a discussion board, or even like 1 or 2 paragraphs about whatever topic you're learning about in class that week. A lot of courses, most courses, are going to have a writing component. So if writing is just like not your thing, or you just want a second set of eyes to take a look at your work, the Writing Center is a great place to just pop in and say, hey, I have this assignment due, can somebody take a look at it and let me know what I can fix or what I can change? And so it's important to know that resource is available. We always encourage students to kind of make it a habit. Like if you're walking out of your history class and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to go to the Writing Center real quick and work on my homework while I'm here. Sometimes that can just create good study habits and good habits of seeking tutoring right after class. That way it's not anything that you have to do extra. You just get out of class, go to the Writing Center, get your homework done, get it reviewed, and then you're done. And you're not stuck feeling like you're doing it by yourself. So I definitely encourage all students to utilize these centers. for that extra support. While we do accept walk-ins at all of our centers, it is highly encouraged that you make an appointment ahead of time. It's super easy to make an appointment. I'll go over it here in just a second. But it guarantees that a tutor is going to be available for you. With our tutoring services, our tutors are kind of coming in and out because they'll graduate or we'll get a new cohort, and so we won't always have a specific tutor for the course for the subject that you need right then and there. And so making an appointment ahead of time guarantees that you have somebody available to help you. So you can make appointments on our app. Have any of you sought tutoring services with us before? Or saw a tutor? Yes? Yeah. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to do so. They're all super friendly, all great people, and just here to support you and help you out. So we're going to go over how to schedule a tutoring appointment. So if you go to our website, it's www.odessa.edu. In the search tab, you can type in LRC, Learning Resource Center. You're going to click on the Learning Resource Center link, and then there's under quick links right here. There's the very top one to schedule a tutoring appointment. So that's where you will go to actually schedule the appointment. There are other links on here that include managing a tutoring session. So if you schedule an appointment but you need to cancel it because something came up and you're not able to make it, you can click there to cancel your appointment or make adjustments to it. And then there's also a register for an SI session as well. There are certain courses that require you to attend tutoring. So if you're in one of those courses that it's required for you to come to tutoring, get those in early. Knock them out or kind of space them out. Do one in the beginning, do one kind of in the middle, and do one at the end. And then some courses will have supplemental instruction required for your class. If SI is required for your class, then you'll have to attend a group session either before or after class. And so those are the communication about SIs is usually given by your instructor, and you may need them in class because the whole point is that a tutor is going to class with you. They're learning the material that you're learning, and then scheduling a time to have a group session about the material. So those are the different ways that you can schedule a session. But these are the main steps right here. Once you schedule a tutoring appointment, it's going to bring up the option to pick a location. So if you like face-to-face interactions and you want to have a tutor there right then and there with you, you can put either the Learning Resource Center, the STEM Center, or the Writing Center. However, if you're like, I don't know, if you live 20 miles out and you're like, I don't know if I want to make the trip over there, or it's kind of late at night and you just kind of want something online, there is an online option as well. And so with the online option, you get to see them virtually, and they can share your screen. You can share your screen. So that's how the tutoring sessions happen online. So there are several options. So you would pick a location, and then you would select the course that you need tutoring for, select a tutor. There's also an option to select how long you want to meet with the tutor. So it could be something like 15 minutes. Like maybe you just need them to look at a problem real quick, and then that's it. Or 30 minutes if you just want like half a session, and then there's 50 minutes is the full session. Obviously, if you need more time after that, you can schedule another appointment like back to back. That way you have a longer session. But those are the time frames, the 15, 30, and the 50. So you select your course, you select the tutor and the time that you want to come tutoring for. You select a date. So usually if the tutor is available, the boxes will come out like this. If they're kind of grayed out, that means that time has passed or they're not available during that time frame. And then you select a time. So those are the three main things: is selecting the course and the tutor, selecting the date, selecting the time, and then But after that, you put in your contact information so that you get an email notification saying, hey, your appointment has been confirmed, this is who it's with, this is where it's at. If you schedule an online tutoring session, it's particularly important that you keep an eye out on your emails because you will receive the link that takes you to that virtual tutoring session. So you always want to make sure after you schedule an appointment that you receive that notification, that email notification, so you know that it's all set in place and you're good to go. Any questions about scheduling a tutoring session? Okay, so like we mentioned, we do have computers that you can use in this space, as well as in the Writing Center and in the STEM Center. There's computers in all three centers, and so again, if you just need somewhere to work on, we have those available. Our computers are equipped with all of the things that you need to do your class. So we have Blackboard on there, obviously, regular portal, Microsoft 365, lockdown browser. Here in the LRC, we have webcam and headphones if you need to use them, and obviously you can print and copy here as well. We can print small jobs, but for any large documents that you need to print, we recommend going to the print shop for that. But yeah, also, fun fact, if you guys aren't aware, and if you don't have it on your computers yet, Microsoft 365 is free for all students. So if you have a computer and you don't have that downloaded and you want to, it's a resource, Microsoft 365. We also offer library resources. So again, when you're doing research papers or you get an assignment where it's like find 3 journal articles and embed them into your paper, you know, all that good stuff. We have people that can help you with that. And resources as well. So we have Super Search. That's our main search database where you can put in a topic and it'll bring you all of the peer-reviewed journal articles that you can include in your paper. So that's important to know. There's ebooks on there, streaming videos, lectures, research materials, and there's not a paywall. So you can access all of those things directly from that Super Search database. We also have interlibrary loans. So the interlibrary loans gives you access to more books and articles. So if there's something out there that we don't have, we can do an interlibrary loan to borrow it from another library and have you use it. So if that's something that, if you come across something that we don't have, we can probably get it for you. And you can get access to resources all over the country. So it's the neat thing about libraries is that we can borrow each other's things as long as there's a process to it. And we also have LibGuides. LibGuides are customizable research guides that put together resources from the LRC and other online resources in one place. So this is pretty cool, and to be honest, I didn't really know that these things existed until my librarian was like, we have LibGuides. And I was like, oh, that's lovely. But it basically puts all of the resources in one location so you can easily go through all the things that you need. We're going to try and promote this a lot with our faculty. That way, whenever you have research papers, it's all in one place. And you don't have to go looking for it. It's all centralized. And so we're going to try and utilize these a lot more. Obviously, books. Like I mentioned, we have the new young adult fiction section. So on your way out, if you want to browse around, feel free to do so. You can check out books for free because you're a student and this is the library. So feel free to check them out. We have audiobooks as well. So if you're one of those that just wants to listen to audios and not necessarily read them, we have that available as well. We have DVDs. Not a lot of people know that, but we have DVDs. Children's books, graded readers, viewpoints, popular fiction by genre, so all sorts of things. Like I said, if you've been in this space before and you haven't allowed yourself to browse, I encourage you to just take a look. If there's something that you like, check it out. Why not? This is new. We recently got a virtual library center, so really intended to help serve our students beyond just our physical campus in Odessa, Texas. So as you guys are aware, we have extension areas like in Montague, Andrews, Pecos, and so all the students that are not physically in Odessa and can't physically come to the library, there's a virtual library center that they can join to speak to a librarian or any of the LRC staff members to get connected to a resource. So you may end up using this resource one day. If you don't have the opportunity to come here in person and you need to speak to somebody that can help you, the virtual library center is available on our homepage. So again, you just go to www.odessa.edu/LRC, and one of the quick links down at the bottom will say Virtual Library Center. So you can speak with somebody virtually about any help that you need, and it's open during regular LRC hours. We have a lot of cool spaces. So I don't know if you guys noticed like all of these rooms and stuff. They're all game. So if you need a quiet space and you're like, listen, I just want to look myself up and do my homework, we have a lot of those spaces available. So we have like all of these learning quads. There's 2 on this side, 2 on this side. There's this one's kind of like a one, but like down towards the other end of the hallway, there's a lot more like individual rooms. So again, if you just want to reserve one and just kind of hang out in that little room and do your homework, and you don't want to be out in the open space, there are some individual learning rooms that you can use. So those are pretty cool. Or if you're doing group work, and you just need a place to get together and do group work, these quads are really good for group work because they have their whole walls are whiteboard, so you really have the opportunity to really get into it and stuff. So if that opportunity ever arises, let your group know, hey, let's meet at the LRC, and then you can get one of those rooms and get going. So cool spaces. We also have the Keep Learning Lab, which is right behind us, right in here. So there's 24 computers in there. If you need to use the computer and there's none available, we can always open it up, make it available for you. But yeah, it has projection capability, so all that good stuff in there. We also have the events room, which is a little bit down that way. It's kind of like a classroom setting. We have a lot of meetings in there. But if you ever want to have a meeting in there with your classmates or something, you can also reserve that as well. We have the reading room, which is right here. So we're wanting to kind of reinvent that space and make it more interactive, but you're always welcome to go in there and use it. It kind of looks like it's an off-limits room, but it's not. please go in there, use it, sit in the chairs, use the tables. We definitely encourage students to make the LRC their space. So like we were mentioning earlier, you walk into a library and you have to be quiet and it feels kind of like closed off. We definitely don't want you to feel that here. You come here, use the spaces, use the rooms, because they're here for you and they're here to make you be successful in your courses. So definitely utilize those. And we have a coffee shop. So all the way down there we have a coffee shop. It's open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day. And so again, if you're here in the mornings or if you need to get a study session in, grab some coffee, grab a computer, and let's get to work. So awesome environment to be able to be productive. And we just got study bikes. I'm so excited about them. They're right here. So we have a couple study bikes in there. They have a flat surface, so if you have a laptop, you can like set your laptop and cycle like while you type. So if you're trying to get a little cardio in, 30 for 30 is this month. So if you're trying to get your exercise in, these are super cool to use. I've actually been using it for my 30 for 30 students. We just recently got them, but we definitely want to get a lot of use out of them. So come use our bikes. They're really cool. And then we also offer academic workshops. So we've talked about tutoring, we've talked about library resources. Academic workshops is another big one that we do within the LRC. We have different types of academic workshops happening all the time. I think on average we have about 2 workshops per week. And so, I mean, we're constantly having different types of workshops over an array of different topics. So the types of things that you can find for academic workshop is obviously Odessa College information. Could be about programming information that we have going on or organization spotlights. We have career transfer ones for resume, cover letters, academic skills like how to study effectively, how to manage your time effectively. So all sorts of different kinds of workshops happening all the time. The cool thing about the workshops and tutoring, I should mention this for tutoring as well, is if you attend a tutoring session or if you attend a workshop, you get Drive to Success points. Are you guys familiar with Drive to Success points? A little bit. Though we give away like free cars, it's like candy basically. But with Drive to Success points, the more you're involved, the more points that you get. And then at the end of the year, there's all sorts of prizes that they give out, and the top earners can qualify to win a free car. So the more you're involved, the more successful you are, the more you can win. And so coming to workshops, coming to tutoring sessions, that gives you GTS points. If there's a workshop that you have in mind, or if there's something that you want to learn about that you want us to like put on a workshop for, we can do that. If you're like, I'm really interested in this topic, and you guys can throw a workshop together, we absolutely can. I mean, we want them to be able to be customizable so that you're able to benefit from them and faculty is able to benefit from them. And so we definitely want to keep it fresh and keep it coming. So any suggestions that you guys may have on the workshop, we want to do it for sure. And like I mentioned, DTS points awarding for participation. That's pretty much it. So here's our contact information. You can reach us at the 6640 extension. Our website is odessa.edu/LRC. Or you can email us at lrc@odessa.edu if you have any questions. Do you guys have any questions about any of the services that we offer or anything for the presentation? Feel good? Am I going to see you guys in tutoring? Maybe? At the workshops? I'm going to give you guys a shout out when I see you. So, like I said, we want you to make this your space. We want you to feel at home, we want you to feel comfortable, because college is hard. College is hard. But when you have a network of support, you have people rooting for you, it makes it a little bit easier. And we want to root for you. So come see us, come check us out, use our resources. And if you ever need anything, holler at your girl. My office is located all the way at the end of this building, but I'm always available. So if you ever need anything, we're here.